You are
Hey, Freddie.
live. Hello.
We are live on YouTube.
YouTube.
Today is
Fernando
Monday,
and
March
Freddie
30th.
show.
Why is my name first? Well, I'm about to review myself. Freddie, are you ready to see me?
I am ready.
Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, Freddie. Hello!
I love it. I told you last night. And you know what I did? I told myself today, I'm gonna comb my hair and I'm gonna troll Fernando.
You're gonna what?
I told myself I'm gonna comb my hair and I'm gonna troll Fernando. I'm gonna do a Fernando style.
Oh, I did my hair a little different today too. So
I like it. I like it.
I
love that we're
thank you. So we are working opposite colors. So we are working with a really bad lag and delay today. I will say that. And we're going to attribute it to everyone being at home. People in France, States, it's just a very poor connection. I'm going to say the internet is overloaded. So we're working with about a 3 to 4 second lag, plain and simple, no lie. So it's going to be a really crummy, laggy show today, but I'm excited.
Well,
so
I was gonna say when I interrupt, it'll be like 4 seconds behind, so it might be right exactly when you pause.
Right. So there are a couple of updates, a couple of things that are a little bit different today. One of them, we're going to talk about my mustache.
I like the mustache.
2, we're going to do my hair a little different.
I like your hair. I like the whole.
Did a little bit of a messy look.
I like the visual. It works.
So we also did a little change up too with our colors. What?
I shaved today, and I could have had a mustache too.
It was a reveal. I had to see your reaction. Freddie hasn't seen me, by the way. This is the first time that he's seen me was when I opened my camera. So he hadn't seen me before with my mustache. So I wanted to see his reaction.
I was wondering what was all the secrecy for, why you were hiding and you wouldn't show me you. And I was like, well, I can't see you. I thought maybe this was all a part of the act right now, the technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah. The even backstage, we were hiding. He didn't get to see me. I had my stuff hidden.
Yeah.
So in addition to mustache and my new hair, we have some new colors. Do you like our change of color, Freddie?
Oh,
look at our names. Do you see how it's a different
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
All right. And I also decided to fork out those big bucks. Freddie, look above your head. Look above your head. Does anything look a little bit different?
It's blank.
It's blank. We got rid of that duck. You know what? I got tired of that little duck covering your face. So
is that why you always put me over here? Is because you don't want the duck on your head?
No, actually, but watching when I had to rewatch our show, that little duck it annoyed me so much. So I'm like, you know, we got to get rid of that little duck.
Oh, but I like the little duck. He was our friend.
I mean, if you really like that little duck, I mean,
no,
put it back for you.
No, actually, I prefer our logo right there.
Right. So we are working on a logo.
Yeah. Fernando and Freddie logo contest.
Hey, if anybody watching is a designer, you think that you have the perfect brand for us, please. I mean, if you're bored at home and you want to work on something that you think is perfect, send it to us. We would love some concept because we need to find a little a logo, and you should see what we are working on because it is not creative. It is so simple.
I'm sorry, I keep.
And I mean, I even used.
It's like,
I even use those free logo creators online, and they do not look good. We found this cute little one that had a little red fist like this. Where is it at? And it's Fernando and Freddy show like right below it. And I'm like, hey, why not? But we need something a little more creative. So that is something that is in the works and that we are trying to get going. So
for the
please, anybody, feel free.
I would say for the day that we launch our app, we need our logo to fit in that little app button.
Our app. Right. Yeah. It needs to fit in there. Feel free, Fernando and Freddy Show at gmail.com. Fernando A-N-E Freddy Show at gmail.com. Anything is welcome. Greatly appreciated. Unfortunately, we're not buying it. We can't afford to buy it, but you could always be a guest on our show and you could talk to us about what?
Well, but what if we don't want to automatically say no that we will pay for it, because what if they're like, I'll do it for $20, and you're like, no, I can't afford the $20. Come on.
I mean, if it's like amazing or reasonable, if it's anything better than what we can do, and it's a reasonable price, all right, we'll buy it. Okay, but you know what? Online they were saying like $400 for a logo. I'm like, I'm sorry, I will do a happy face that I can draw in Photoshop, but I'm not that creative. So
it depends if they really deliver. You know what I mean? Like you get what you pay for, though. When it comes to art and things like that, like there could be someone who could do an amazing, and then there might be someone who's like, yeah, $400, and they just put like an F in a square, and they're like, here you go, sucker. You know, so it really
something
depends.
That we could do.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So, how's your eye, Freddie?
I still have today was like a weird hazy day. Like everything seems like hazy. Yes. But it seems weird. Like I was literally I was working out and I didn't know. I just felt weird like looking at everything. And then I was like my head was hurting a little bit. So it's just like, I don't know. I got my drops. Yeah.
Oh, that is a symptom, Freddie. You better watch out.
Really?
That's one of them, yeah. Headache, fever, coughing, loss of smell.
Well, no, I when I was in the shower, I literally was thinking of that, and I was like smelling the shampoo to see if I could smell it. And I was like, okay, I can smell it. I can smell it. I was worried though. I really was.
What is on your mug? What is that? Is it a little kid in a tux?
No, it's a cat. It's a cat sigh.
It's a cat. That's not a cat.
That's a cat.
It's a cat sigh. Oh, wow. I couldn't see that far. Okay.
You see?
I'll go over here. I got a straw today, too.
Well, what about the turtles?
What is that? I'm reusing that same straw. So I've reused this straw 4 times already. So I don't know if that's good for me. I assume it's probably bad for me, but
why?
Figure it out.
I thought you said you have that little.
Like they say, cleaner. Like don't reuse a water bottle.
They say
that? Well, that was for my metal ones, but I haven't opened them yet. Yeah, they tell you don't reuse a water bottle after so many times because the plastic inside isn't, I guess, made to be reused like that. Yeah,
but then yet those bottles are supposed to last a few years when they're just sitting there. So how can I not just reuse it? I can see if they said don't wash it, maybe because
maybe you can. I don't know.
Because I guess if you washed it, like if you put hot water on it, maybe that would. I don't know. Actually, that makes me think I don't want to use anything plastic.
So, Freddie, I left you with some homework on Thursday. Wait, was it Friday? It was Friday. I left you with some homework, and you forgot to do it, didn't you? Or did the dog eat it?
No, I did watch 2 more videos, but I didn't go into a deep dive because then the eye thing happened, and so that kind of killed my screen watching time. And then there was this tiger documentary that I can't escape because it's everywhere. And
have you been watching it?
Yeah, I have. Like an episode a day.
And what do you think?
I've seen it before, but then I'm kind of like,
are you in season 1 or?
There's more than one season?
No, there's only one season.
Oh,
yeah, 7 episodes, I think.
Oh, I'm on episode 7. This is my last episode, but I've seen this before, and I agree with the majority of people who are like, that lady killed her husband for the money and fed him to a tiger. When you watch it, you just look at it, and she looks like she probably like did it, like you imagine like she threw the body, and she's just like, now take care of that cat. You know, like she said, like a cat. She probably had like a cat shirt on, you know, like a cat, like with for every day of the week, like doing different things.
Cat. Or maybe she had a cat mug and he was wearing a suit.
Maybe we did it together. That's how I ended up in.
Freddie, you got to say it. Freddie, you got to say it. Hey, cool cats and kittens. This is Freddie from the Fernando and Freddie Show.
Hey, cat and kittens. This is Freddie from the Fernando and Freddie Show. I hope you cool cats are enjoying our cool tunes for you cat and kittens out there. Have a kitty cat night.
So I did want to ask you.
Hold on. I want to tell you something really funny along that lines, though. So I had to submit a script today. It was due. So I submitted the script, and they wanted a bio of who I was and what I did and everything, and me and my writing partner. And so for the bio, I wrote that we write cat comics at a place called Kitten Clinic, where my friend is a doctor, and I work in admissions.
Wait, this was real or this was fake?
No, this is real. I wrote that as my bio.
So they think
that I work that I work on a comic strip called Kitten Clinic.
Okay. So are they going to think that you work at a like animal hospital or what?
I hope so. Because in actuality,
you hope so.
I send kitten memes back and forth with my friends.
Kitten memes.
Yeah. With little kittens.
You know what? You want to know a secret?
Yes, I do. Tell me.
So a couple years ago, tell me. A couple years ago, I started a cat meme page, and I really wanted it to take off. And I was so excited. I don't even remember what it is anymore, and it's not on my Instagram, like attached pages anymore. But
you never told me. I could have been like your #1 follower.
So I don't even know if it's still around, if it's still even in existence or not, but I should probably take a look for that and see if I can find it.
That would actually be quite cool.
So tell me, what's going on in France? So, I mean, they were extending the social distancing and quarantine things, right? They extended France as well.
Yeah. It's going on now into April 15th, they said. But the more I think about it, they've already suspended the elementary school, or I think all schools, until the first week of May. So I imagine if they closed all the schools till the first week of May, we must also be, in quarantine until May, But then if I look at the other countries around us, Amsterdam or the Netherlands is doing theirs until June. So it makes sense because China started in late December. The cases started happening mid to late December. And by January, they were already on a quarantine. And then we just finished. I think they had 30 new cases I read the other day, just this week. So
China,
yeah. So if that's still happening, then it means that this thing is going to be ongoing.
Yeah. Dang. Well, how are people reacting to that? How do you feel about that? Like what is the consensus in France about all this? Like how are people taking the I'm going to be stuck at home for another 2 weeks to a month?
Well, you feel like a prisoner in your own home almost. You know what I mean? Like you can't leave. And now I just read that you're not allowed to go more than a half a mile from your place, even if you're jogging. You're not allowed to be out for more than an hour. I mean, and it's understandable. They want this to go away. Everyone wants this to go away so we can go back to normal. But you know, the whole papers thing bothers me, of course, and it bothers a lot of people. I'm seeing more and more people writing on like social media saying, you know, how ridiculous this is and how already aren't working, and now you want to give them tickets for making mistakes, and it's like people can't afford that, so it's not really an ideal situation. And again, it just you see. I read today in the newspaper about an abandoned movie set in Paris from that was set designed for like 1942, a war film, and how this guy was saying, like, ironically, as I was standing in front of it, the police asked me for my papers. He's like, how you know, ironic is that I have to do the same thing that they did back then.
Sorry, I was trying to. There we go. All right, can you hear me still?
I can hear you.
Are you able to hear me? Okay. Dang. Well, I just wanted to solo you on, you know, this story because I mean, it's kind of interesting.
Okay. What else did you want to know?
I don't know. So what else is going on there? Like, so you can't go half mile if you're running, whatever. So you're trapped, you know, in you know, this close proximity.
I was going to say something a bit morbid though. And it wasn't even something that I thought of. It was when I was speaking to a friend who's a psychologist, and he said the long term that this goes on, he said the worse it is for a lot of people's mental health, because then they start giving in to despair and worry and fear. And he said, if this really goes on for months at end, people will start, you know, offing themselves, unfortunately. And it kind of makes you start to think, like,
actually, that's what our President Trump, was actually talking about this morning in a news conference, talking about people are going to be suffering from depression. Drug use is going to skyrocket. He's talking about suicides and how blah, 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 blah. And I was just kind of shocked. You know, I'm like, wow, you're saying this on national TV, talking about depression increasing, drug use, and suicide. I'm like, give these people some ideas. Why don't you? Like,
I know, but if they had it in their head, then, you know, they're probably obviously going through some things. I mean, because I was telling you the other day, it's like, if you have to worry about still paying your rent, your bills, you can't work right now, and you're only going to get $1,200 check, a $1,200 check. That's not going to do nothing, especially in LA. That's not going to cover anything. Mm-mm. So, and even if they're getting rid of all evictions, but that just means you're going to be months in the hole. Can you imagine being $6,000 in debt for maybe the totality of this confinement? Yeah, and if you're not making enough to get out of there, you're going to be done.
But that's just debt for rent. That's not talking about you know, debt that people are getting into just to live, like, you know, eating and staying in. You know what? And I'm going to say, being at home every day for this many hours, like, I eat a lot. Like, I eat more than I normally do, you know, being at work or whatever, like, you know, and getting on my break. I'm like, all right, well, it's break time. I can go get a snack, or I can go on a small little walk. And sometimes I weigh it out and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to get a snack right now. I'm just going to go, you know, on a tiny little walk. And being here at home, I'm like, I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat.
Yeah.
You know, like the other day, I felt snack poor. Like, I mean, I had gone through so many snacks, like looking in, I'm like, dang, like I don't have that many left.
You felt snack poor?
Yeah, snack poor.
Where does that come from?
I mean, you know, when you like look at your bank account and you're like, dang, like I feel poor right now. Like, you know, I looked in the cupboard.
Fernando, no matter how much money I have in my bank account, I don't care how much I have. I always look at it like it's never enough.
Right?
It's never enough.
But could you imagine though, like you're saying, like these people are going to be in debt if they're not getting evicted, they're not getting enough money to pay their rent. But I mean, think about like
if you don't have like I'm a freelancer, so my jobs come in and when people call me, and now everything's stopped because no one can leave, no one can do anything. And I literally thought I'm applying for these jobs right now in other countries, and I thought, but wait a minute, I probably won't even be able to get into those countries because a lot of places aren't letting people who aren't citizens into their countries or permanent residents. So, so it puts me in a bind as well, because I just thought, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, say I get a job, I don't know, in some other place. I don't know what to do.
Right.
Shout out to Paul for laughing at that Snap 4. I told you, where did that come from? Snap 4. But yes, but it does make me worry, because it is. Did you see they said on the news this weekend that domestic violence is on the rise, like dramatically, because of all the confinement and people not leaving the house and being stuck with abusers and whatnot. And was it in LA or Long Beach? They had 3 cases of domestic violence to the point of where they had to make an arrest.
In the city of Long Beach?
Yeah, I believe so. That one of the men was charged with murder and attempted murder. So, because people are confined
in domestic violence,
and I believe so. Yeah, because the article was about abuse claims. So I don't know exactly. It was just like literally like one sentence that it had written in.
Well, I mean, I could imagine, like having, 1 or 2 roommates. And have you ever had it where you have a roommate and you want to go cook something, but they cooked hours before or the day before and used up all of the cooking stuff, like the pans or, utensils or this or that, and you actually have to wash things
no, because
before you could actually cook?
I will not move into a place that does not have a dishwasher, so that takes care of that problem. Because if you have to wait for people to do dishes, they never get done. I mean, life has taught me that. No dishwasher, no Freddy.
Well, what if they didn't put them in the dishwasher? What if, they didn't start the dishwasher? What if,
that's nothing.
It's only half full, and so they're waiting for the dishwasher?
I have no problem.
You walk over to the kitchen and you're getting ready to make dinner. But how long is that dishwasher going to take to clean? At least 20 to 30 minutes.
It's okay. I'll if I really need the thing, I'll wash it myself and then just put it back after. But I mean, things like that.
I'm giving examples. I'm giving examples here.
There's so many
like
other fights I have with roommates. Yeah, but I never let things like that get in my way. I'm more the person, like, if your music is too loud, that'll bother me more than you like not doing a dish or the dishes. But I think otherwise I'm pretty cool.
But I'm just giving different examples of where possibly that those issues might come into play, where you could get annoyed with your roommate. Yeah, but if they're playing loud music too, like, could you imagine?
Don't get annoyed with your roommate.
Look for,
because you have to always remember these. Fernando, these are trying times where people don't have jobs and money. You can't afford to lose a roommate. Or like I told a friend the other day when she said,
right,
I don't really want to go on this date with this guy. And I said, in this economy, can you really afford to skip a free meal? It's a total joke because we're in confinement. But
wow.
That would have really been funny had I said it. But I can tell you, all truth aside, I did actually tell Mason that once when she was saying, I don't know if I should go on this date with this guy. And I told her, in this economy, can a girl afford to skip a free meal? She died laughing.
And what'd she
It was
say?
really quite funny. She thought it was
She's
hilarious.
like, all right, where are we going to on this date?
Well, I know. Well, I told her, I'm like, have him take you to Koi. Because, we lived in LA at the time. Yeah. So we were right there by Beverly Hills. Okay. I was like, well, go someplace nice. Like, don't let him take you to Denny's. Nothing against Denny's. I mean, Denny's after a club. I don't remember.
They have some good food.
After the club, we want to go to Denny's and get our eggs.
Denny's. Oh my gosh. And Norma. Do you remember Norma?
Yes. Oh, she was so cool. She loved
the Norma was this small, like little 4'9", little like grandma, like abuelita, like, like a little Mexican grandma. And she was our waitress. She worked the night shift. Like we would go in there 2 a.m. to Denny's, and Norma was always there on a Friday night. And the first thing we walk in, like we'd sit down, she wouldn't ask us what we want to drink. She would just bring us bottled water. Like she always gave us a discount. It was crazy. Well, no, she gave our table a discount. And it was kind of on the condition that you're getting bottled water because we have a quota. We have to sell so many bottles a night. You're getting it, and then your table is going to get a discount. And yeah. And she doesn't work there anymore, but she was so sweet and she was cute and she was so nice.
I think maybe they let her go because of that. She wasn't supposed to give us the discount.
No, she got actually let go for giving people drinks, actually, because I talked to one of her coworkers who gave me this information. But I mean, it was. I'm sure it was, a couple of years later, and I don't know, if she was stealing or what happened, but.
Well, I think that they consider that stealing if someone is. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. What was I going to tell you? I had something on my mind that I was going to tell you.
Besides snack poor?
Being snack poor. Right. So, in addition to snack poor, so there was a news conference today where I was watching and I told you what I had heard about, our president here in the United States. But they are doing an extension until April 30th. So much for Easter. But with our social distancing guidelines, so I don't know what that means. Like, does that mean that everyone's going to have to stay inside? Like, you can't go outside at all until, April 30th? Because that's a month away. And I'm literally crawling out of my skin, just being like stuck inside. Like,
you'll go back to work in a week? Or is it still?
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
so in a week and a few days.
9 more days. I have 9 more days left on my quarantine, my 14-day quarantine, right? So once the 9 days is up, I have to go to a doctor that they're going to refer me to, and I have to get tested again. Oh. Now, hopefully, it'll be a quick turnaround. But what if it's not, like the same thing that I had? What if it's not like a 2-day turnaround? I'm sorry, a 20 hours is what it took. What if it's not a 20-hour turnaround? So, what if it takes, a day or 2 or 3 days, and then finally my results come back? So, that's 14 days plus. Will I go on the 14th day or do I go on the 15th day? I don't know. But hopefully I can go on the 14th day. So I go there. Well, they'll stick another. What's that?
I said I was just reading about them. Not really. There was doctors and nurses complaining that the totals aren't adding up. They're seeing a lot more patients in hospital than that are showing on the official numbers, and so they're saying they still don't have enough tests. So that's why the numbers are so low. They're saying because they've decided that if you're to the point where a test is not going to change the way your treatment is, they're not even going to test you.
Okay.
So,
well, yeah, I mean, they don't have the tests.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I had told you before too, like I came into contact with my mom and my grandma, and luckily they haven't had symptoms yet. But they both attempted to get tested to their doctor and had an appointment, and they didn't qualify. They were just told, okay, we'll stay inside for 14 days.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of more people, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that are in the hospital too. And maybe the only time they're going to run these tests is, like you said, if it makes a difference in their treatment. But I don't know.
Yeah,
that definitely could be a big factor.
But I think that's why it's going to be so much more longer than. I think it'll be the same. I think globally, everyone will lose about 3 or 4 months of our freedom in our lives, so that this can hopefully be squashed. But I don't. But what happens if it flares up again? Are we all going back into quarantine in that area, or the whole country again, or?
Right. Well, what I was, reading a little bit about is that the reason that they wanted to quarantine everybody was to kind of stop it's called the bell, I think they called it, or slow the curve or whatnot.
Yeah.
But so they were just trying to, instead of have everybody have, their outbreaks at the same time, they were trying to kind of slow that. So that way, if people were getting, infected, they're not going to be holding up the hospitals and, having hundreds and hundreds of people come in at the same time. Whereas if they were doing the quarantines, it was, a slower effect. But I did actually want to touch base on something else while these testing numbers is my lily pad explanation that I had given a couple of days ago, talking about how day one, there's one lily pad about that. I mean, it wasn't my theory. I found it on YouTube, of course, but at day 5, when there's 5 lily pads, well, 24 hours later, now there's 10, because in 24 hours that lily pad reproduces one time. Well, so on Thursday's numbers, I don't remember the numbers actually, but I just have the math here. So on Friday, we talked about Thursday's numbers because these numbers are updating. So for today, we have yesterday's numbers, and on Saturday, we had Friday's numbers. So the numbers don't update until midnight, right? Mm-hmm. So right now, being Monday, we have Sunday's numbers. So from Thursday, in a 3-day period, right now we have yesterday's numbers, which would be 140,904 cases of the coronavirus here in the United States. In 3 days, our cases rise by 58,904. You say that again, 58,904. Almost 59,000 cases in a matter of 3 days. Right? So, in addition to that too, in those 3 days, the death toll has gone up too. So the death toll doubled in 3 days, right? So right now we're at 2,405 deaths. So from Thursday's numbers to yesterday's numbers, it rose by 1,210 cases, right? So if we're at 24, half of that is 1,200. And in 3 days, 1,210 deaths. That's a lot. That's a very high number.
A whole lot. And that's scary that they're saying that they're willing to let 100 to 200,000 people die. I mean, it's a lot of people to die from one disease or virus, I should say.
Right. And it's a disease. So if we're looking at 140,000, if we're looking at 141,000, essentially, I mean, we're 96 cases away from that number. If we're looking at 141,000 cases today, tomorrow, what will we be at? How many cases will it be tomorrow? I mean, should we take guesses? I mean, how would that be? Let's bet on this. No, I don't want to bet on it. I don't want to take guesses. I don't want to put numbers, but I'm just saying, what when these numbers come up for tomorrow, today's numbers come out tomorrow, where will it be? What will it be?
It's just scary because no one wants to stay home. Everyone wants to go out. I mean, and it's difficult. It is really difficult. If you do not have a space with a lot of people, or if you're alone, you know what I mean? Like if you just don't have space, it can be so difficult. I mean, imagine being in a studio apartment and
I couldn't imagine.
And
2
weeks.
So one of my friends sent me a link. It was like I'm hoping it was like a meme joke. It was a video of a famous person. I don't know who they were. Maybe they were from a reality show or from a TV show that I don't watch or something. But they were joking. I hope they were joking. But they said, "Oh, we had to come to our, LA house, our Hollywood Hills house, because we were tired of being in our New York penthouse." And he's in the pool, his amazing pool in the backyard, and he's like, "Oh, it's so rough. Life is so rough." I'm looking for it right now because I'm going to forward it to you.
I was going to say, this already sounds like this could be some of your friends, actually. All of my friends are, well, no, not. I was going to say, none of my friends are like that. And then I thought about it. I'm like, actually, well, maybe.
My New York City penthouse because of Corona. Currently, we're at my mansion in Calabasas. It's only 20,000 square feet, and we are really roughing it out here. The bowling alley broke on Sunday. The ice skating rink has melted. We can't get anyone out here to fix it because everyone is on a shelter in order, which is ridiculous, but needed, I guess. So we've had to get really creative with keeping ourselves busy. And
it's poor connection.
I just want to tell everyone to hang on to hope because we are all suffering out here, okay? Stay inside, stay safe. Remember, you are not alone, and we will get through this together. Everyone.
As he's drinking his mimosa or something with a pineapple on it, but I sent it to you. It's on Instagram. Yeah, and I think that's something that you need to watch because it might give you a little laugh.
It does give me a laugh, but
definitely give me one.
Was, a man, I was reading the newspaper today, and the man was like, it was a bit upsetting because, we're not allowed to go on the beach, and we do have a beach house, and the beach is just right in front of us. Like, why can't we just go on the beach? And he was literally, literally the same exact story. It was like, we left the city to come to our holiday home because we didn't want to be in the city during this time, and now we can't go to the beach. As the police were going to give him a ticket.
But at the same time, I don't want to sound hypocritical, oh my gosh, people are, need to stay inside. They, should be doing this, they shouldn't be doing that. But I don't understand why the beach is closed. If people are keeping their social distance, if there's one or two people, 3 people this, or, I understand we talk about Florida, how, there was hundreds of people on the beach for spring break and, they weren't keeping any distance. It looked like a hot Saturday afternoon and people were just at the beach. But if people are going to the beach and, they're just getting away, or they're just getting out there, I just don't understand why the entire beach has to be closed. And I guess, is it because one person ruined it for everybody? Or what do you think? What is your thing on that?
Well, people tend to always forget, but even when we're not on the internet, haters do exist. When you are having fun and out and happy with your friend or friends, there's always someone looking at you guys thinking, those guys are this, those guys are that. I don't like those guys. And it's the same thing. If I can't go to the beach, I don't want you going to the beach. Because really, what's the difference of the people taking a walk in the mountains or the countryside or, in their backyards? Not everyone. That's the unfortunate thing. As that, when I was reading today about supposedly a doctor in India had said, I'll read it to you. I don't know if it's true, but it did ring true to me when I think about some of the places I've lived in the world and some of the conditions that the people in those countries lived. And sure, some people in the US live in the same conditions. I'm going to read it to you now. Just give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up right now. I had saved this for the show, but poor connection.
Excellent. Dun 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 dun.
Okay, a view from an Indian doctor. Social distance is a privilege. It means you live in a house large enough to practice it. Hand washing is a privilege too. It means you have access to running water. Hand sanitizers are a privilege. It means you have the money to buy them. Lockdowns are a privilege. It means you can afford to be at home. Most of the way to ward the corona off are accessible only to the affluent.
In essence, a disease that was spread by the rich as they flew around the globe will now kill millions of poor people. All of us who are practicing social distance and have imposed a lockdown on ourselves must appreciate how privileged we are. Many Indians won't be able to do any of this.
Wow. I mean, it's true, but
it is.
Wow. I mean, that really does
if you don't have running water,
have you read that yet or no?
Yeah.
Had you read that or no? Oh,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's very true. I mean, it does. It goes boom.
Yeah, no, because
it hits hard.
I've been talking to my friends about like how's it going to hit in South Africa, because there's what they call the location, which is where a lot of your shanty towns are, with the whatever they can make a house out of. There's no running water or electricity. Yes, there are some like that, but not all of them are like that. But for the people that do live in that place where there is maybe no running water, there is no, how can you social quarantine when you live in literally what could be a shack with 6 or 7 other people who have to go out and work every day because there is nothing for them. It's hard times.
Yeah. Wow. But I did like that article, and it'd be great. Is there a way that we're actually able to share that? Like, I guess we don't really have a Twitter, huh?
No. But we do have a Fernando.
I think
we should
post
Instagram. I said Fernando.
Yeah, we do actually.
I didn't say my name.
I was going to correct you. We do. We have a Fernando and Freddie Show Instagram, which is just Fernando and Freddie Show, I believe, right? What is our Instagram, Freddie? Why am I?
How are you forgetting that you made it?
What is it?
I believe it is Fernando and Freddie.
I know. It's actually the Fernando and Freddie Show. Oh. But in addition to that, we have a Facebook. And I think that this is the platform that we're going to share that link on, because I would really love it if we could share that. Or even if we don't share that exact link, if we could just...
I think we should share it on Instagram, and I think you can link the both, the Facebook page and the Fernando and Freddie Show Instagram. But it gets to be a bit difficult if we have so many different platforms to share everything on. We need to do those plugins. Yeah, because you know what I mean? Because you're going to be like, I forgot to share it on Twitter.
That's true, too. It is, but our Twitter... our Facebook is the Fernando and Freddie Show. So I think that
why is my name not
people should really go check that out, right? And if you don't follow us on Facebook, go check it out. If you don't follow us on Instagram, it's okay. A lot of people don't. I think we have 1 or 2 followers.
It's okay because we just opened it. The show has only been around a week, Fernando.
Right.
It only rebooted a week ago.
Actually, hey, is today our 1 week anniversary?
It is.
Or is it a Tuesday?
I believe it was a Monday.
So yeah, I think was it? I don't know. Yeah, we're close to our 1 week anniversary, whether it's today or it already passed. I don't know.
Already,
or if it's coming up.
Is this how you are in everyday life?
We didn't write it down. No, I actually have a calendar that I write stuff in.
I was going to say, wait, don't you have a phone in your hand, Fernando? There's no excuses.
Oh, you know what? I got to show you on the back. Isn't that cute?
Oh,
can you see that?
That is very cute. Yeah, little Yoda.
It's my baby Yoda with some coffee. Yeah. So anyways, talking about Tiger King, are you going to finish that last episode tonight or what?
I will finish it tonight, yeah. But I already know how it ends because I saw it when it was on Animal Planet the first time, and the other documentaries have been made on him. But again, like I said, I feel how weird he must have had like a really bad lawyer to go to jail for so long for that.
I just think that, well, we don't want to give it away. A lot of people still haven't watched this show yet, so.
Okay, sorry.
Are you?
Well, I mean, even if you haven't watched it, I read it in the news.
So obviously, have Netflix in France.
They have Netflix
all over the world, literally.
But you can't always watch it everywhere, though. Some of the stuff is restricted, and some of the stuff is, nation specific.
Sometimes, yes, but there is also using. Well, I think actually I don't know if it depends on if you're, because I'm watching it in English, so I imagine if it came out in French, it might be delayed. But I know the French version's already out there because when you watch the end of the credits, it says like French version and it lists off the voice actors. So generally, that they always do Spanish, English, French, in their launch, maybe Portuguese as well, and then the other languages might come later. But yeah. I don't know, actually.
Are you binging any other shows, or have you started any other shows?
I've been watching a few of them. Besides the Tiger King, what was I watching? And I just finished it too. Pretty much anything that comes out that looks like it's going to be good, I'll watch it.
It looks like it's going to be good.
Yeah, because sometimes
do you like Reese Witherspoon?
I do. I do love her in Big Little Lies, and she has a new one that just came out too.
Right. So I love Reese Witherspoon, and I love Reese without her spoon. But we actually just started watching Big Little Lies.
Oh, congrats!
And we just started season 2. I know we're a bit late in the game. Just started season 2. I think we're like on the 3rd episode as of last night. We literally watched all 3 last night. But it's actually a really good show. Reese is in a new show, and it's Little Fires Everywhere, and that is on Hulu. And she is with, I believe, Kerry Washington's in that show too.
She is.
And there was another big actress in there too, but I'm excited to watch. And I said, that is the next show that we're going to start watching. I saw a preview for it. It looked amazing. And I've been a little eager, but got to finish one show at a time. It's kind of hard when you start one show. What's that?
I watch a lot of English shows from England. But you wouldn't be able to see
like
that.
The Marvelous Mrs. something.
No. I like they have they always have like these period dramas. I was watching what was it called? It's not it came out on Sunday and I was watching it, and it was the 3rd episode. It was almost like Downton Abbey, but it wasn't that one. It was about another square. I can't remember the name right now. I want to say Belgravia.
And this is an real English show? It's from England?
Yeah, from England. Yeah, period piece, set in the 1800s. Yeah, I can't remember the name right now. It slipped my mind. But yeah, so besides that, I watch a lot of YouTube actually.
We actually watch a crap ton of YouTube.
Yeah, I really watch a lot of YouTube. I'm always watching like how-tos and pretty much anything that can teach me something.
Well, I taught you something last night.
You did. You taught me how to screen record. I didn't know. Well, because the other day when we were speaking, you had said that you were sick and tired of me, and you were opening your own YouTube where I could just watch you and not interact with you. And I was a little hurt because I said, I want to eat chicken strips too. I want to rate chicken strips from 12 different locations and taste all those herbs and spices and travel across the country like you. And then you're like, no, that's my personal YouTube. It was a little hurtful because we are Fernando and Freddie show, but you just want to be Fernando.
So I have had this in the works for a little while. It's going to be Fernando's YouTube, which I do actually have. And I recently put on a couple of my travel videos. Actually, yesterday I published I think 2 or 3 travel videos.
Travel vlogs.
Travel, not really a vlog. I mean, I don't even talk inside of them. They're short little clips of random places that I've been to. And one of them was my how-to video, how to activate the screen record feature on your iPhone.
And I have to say that I was superbly impressed by your tone, voice, and style of speaking. It really impressed me because I had always thought that the screen record function was an actual application. And what you did was you enlightened me to the fact that anyone with an iPhone, or as the French say, E, because E is I, ePhone. I love when you did. Is this part of the new when you upgraded us?
No, we've had that on there.
No, because I
just, with the wonderful colors,
with the blue.
Right.
I didn't understand what you were talking about earlier when you had told me you were playing with the colors, and I was like, "What do you mean you're playing with the background colors?"
Oh,
and here you are. You surprised me with a new something.
Well, so I was kind of happy about this too. I added the background on this one. I don't know if you noticed it when you came into the show, Freddie.
Yeah, I did. I didn't know what that was actually.
Yeah, it's a little different than just some random little colors. Watch, I'm actually gonna.
Is that you?
Where is it? Yeah, that's me. That was a Potato Chip Rock, San Diego. I was on a hike.
Oh.
So yeah, we're just kind of messing around with the different options. But I do anticipate on making this week. I told you I want to make at least 2 to 3 how-to videos. I got to do something with my time, otherwise I'm going to be very unproductive and just run in circles. So, I do plan on coming up with 2 to 3 videos this week on my own that I will post on my own private YouTube. And I don't know what videos I want to make. I think one of them that I was anticipating on making was how to modify a video or edit or, scrub the ends, shorten a clip that, you take. So if you use the screen record feature and you say you're going to record something, say I really, really, really like a video on Instagram and I want to send it to you, but the account's private. So there's 2 options.
Oh.
1, you can then follow that account so you can see.
No, thank you.
Or 2, I can just screen record it.
That's what you should always do.
But
you know what you should do?
Screen record it, a lot of times.
Hold on. Can you call the episode that you're going to record and I cannot see it? Because every time someone sends you something and you cannot see it because it's private, that's what you say. Can't see it. So end the can't see it by screen recording.
Right.
So
you know what? So I have 3 girlfriends that we are in an Instagram group chat, and we're always sending each other different memes or little things we find on different Instagrams. And one of my friends is notorious for saying ha 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 or just LOL, and I started calling her out. I'm like, you can't see that, can you? And she was like, no. I'm like, ha. Rather than, oh, I can't see it, she just laughs at it. I'm like, okay.
But
usually, then I was thinking, I'm like, this is a private page.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's what I do sometimes when people send me things like that. I'm like, ha ha ha, ha, can't see it.
Just pretend.
Right.
Yeah,
just pretend.
But so the video that I'm anticipating on making this week would be, the first one would be how to edit a video that you've taken. So if you do a screen record, how do you cut the beginning and the end out so that way you don't actually have your lock screen or whatever in that video? And how do you modify it so you can actually cut it down so that way you don't show the Instagram, you just show the video? So I think that's going to be the first one that I do. But what?
I'm going to give you a countdown, and I want you to give the introduction to your video. Okay, show the folks what they're missing right now. 3, 2. How did you freeze? Here, I'll show you how you did it. You're like, This is. I'm going to imitate Fernando on his. I'll be Fernando, and you give me the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Hi guys, it's me, Fernando. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to record on your screens. First, you need a phone.
Actually, the script actually went. Today I'm going to teach you how to activate the screen record feature on your iPhone.
No, but I want you to do it in the voice you were doing it on the video. It was actually really good because I was rather impressed with it because it was just like,
I think I said, hey guys, on today's video, I'm going to teach you how to activate the screen record feature on your iPhone.
No, wait, no, I want us to do an infomercial. It's always been my dream to have my very own infomercial. So in every infomercial, you need the person who does it wrong. And then the announcer goes,
hey guys, in this video, I will teach you how to activate the screen record feature on your iPhone. Screen record will record whatever's happening on your iPhone screen, video and audio. So the first thing that you're going to need.
So what about this infomercial?
So I want our infomercial to go, hi guys. Oh no, I need to say it with the infomercial guy's voice. Hi guys. Are you constantly trying to send your friends funny memes and pictures that they can't see, only to see LOL when you know they're not a member? Let's stop that today with Fernando's new screen record feature. Today we're going to show you guys how to record on your screen so you don't get left on LOL. How's that sound? Yeah?
Okay, why don't you make me a little trailer with that?
Already on it.
We can
it's been my
launch it.
dream to have, I've had an idea for an infomercial for years, and you know I'm always inventing things. If you remember, you know, oh no, you weren't with me.
Inventing things.
Yeah, I always like to invent things, like things that I think could change.
What are you gonna?
And huh?
Go ahead.
Well, I don't want to give away all my ideas because they're not copyrighted yet and trademarked and registered and everything. But I just come up with random stuff all the time. But I'm like, someone should make something, and I think not someone, me, I should do that instead of waiting for someone else. You know, because there's always something you're really gonna do. Like, can you imagine the first person who's like, someone should make a screen recording feature, and then Fernando came up and you know they play the little magic rainbow thing, Bring! You know, and then it's, hi guys, are you wondering how?
The more you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one. The little rainbow thing, and then Fernando comes out. Hi, are you wondering how to record on your screen? Find out today with Fernando's screen recording feature on Fernando and me. Or I'm sorry, it's gonna, because it's right now it's Fernando and Freddie. And then eventually when he replaces me, it's just going to be Fernando and friend.
Fernando and friend.
So you can keep the same logo.
Hello and welcome to the Fernando and Friends show. On today's show, we are going to teach you how to activate the screen record feature on your iPhone. Oh, the friend went away.
Well, it's Fernando and friend, so I'm giving you your spotlight. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. There's my spotlight.
Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna need you to explain.
Oh, explain.
Go ahead, explain the new feature.
What do we? Where are you? There you go. What feature?
Where are you? Sorry, I'm here, sir. I'm here.
What?
Please don't fire me. I need this job. We're in quarantine right now. What am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to find work. I'm not going to be able to eat. Help, please. I have 2 cats that need to eat.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm pretending like you fired me from Fernando and Friend show.
Oh, Fernando and Friend.
That's why it's called Fernando and Freddie, because you could just keep the same initials. FAF. Fernando and Friend.
Oh my goodness. Excuse me.
Fernando, you can't get rid of me. I'm snack poor. I have no snacks.
I feel like I'm a little snack poor too. I gotta go check in the kitchen and see what kind of snacks are in there. So, speaking of being snack poor, do you know today is the 30th? How many days are there this month? Are there 31 or only 30? There's 31. So that means Wednesday on April Fool's Day. What's that?
Oh, no, go ahead. April Fool's Day. I don't think anyone's going to be in the mood for laughter.
So that means you don't want to know what the funny thing is on April Fool's in 2 days on Wednesday?
I do. I do want to know.
Hey, Freddie, guess what?
Yes. Tell me.
Hey, Freddie, guess what?
What?
You don't have to pay your rent today, okay? It's okay. We'll let it slide. Ha! April Fools.
I was going to say, Fernando, I don't have rent. I live in France where they suspended all rent for the next 3 months.
Must be nice. Well, what's going to happen then? I mean, are they going to
utilities as well and all bills? No one is allowed to get any type of bill.
Go turn all the lights on.
Yeah.
Go turn all the lights on then. Stop wasting. Stop not taking advantage.
No, I think you have to pay for it after.
Is it like relieved? Oh, okay. So is you just aren't getting the bill now? What?
Yeah, see, I'm not sure exactly how that works. Ideally, because no one can work, especially out in the rural areas, ideally they're just going to go ahead and just be like, "Nah, you guys are good. Don't worry about it," Because I mean, like I said, people are going to not be able to get out of this hole. I mean, this is really going to create like little serfdoms because everyone's going to be in debt to their bank on their mortgages, their rent, their utilities, because those things aren't stopping. Those bills are still coming, but your income isn't.
Right. So
yeah,
it's gonna be rough, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see what is coming with it, what's coming of it, and how things are gonna go. But I am just a little worried about you.
I'm gonna have
rather than me, because I mean, I'm going back to work in a week. I'm getting paid right now, anyways. So I'm not worried about me, but
must be nice.
Well, shoot,
maybe I'll go into
what?
stripping.
Hey, maybe you could do that even online. Do your you're gonna send you some cash tips. But actually, I'm not really worried at all because one, I'm going back to work in a week and a half. I already got it. I don't got to worry about getting it again. Well, at least I hope. They still haven't come up with that official. You're not going to get it again. But from what I've seen, it looks very promising. So on my end, I'm pretty good to go.
I'm not worried because maybe I'm going to get that $1,200 check, and that's going to take care of everything.
Fingers crossed. Do you think that you will?
Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I qualify because I live overseas, but because sometimes they say that it's for all Americans, and then it's not for Americans that aren't in the country. Because they said that a lot of the workers like you're the one who told me that you can apply for unemployment if you have a gig job. But again, I'm not a citizen of any other country but the country I was born in. So I don't qualify for anything outside of the country in another country where I live.
Right. And I think they're actually calling it the stimulus package because they want to stimulate our economy. So if you're in a different economy or you're living in another country, like maybe you're right. Maybe you won't qualify for it.
Jeff Bezos is going to get my money. He's American. I said Jeff Bezos from Amazon. He's going to get my money. So I mean, it's going back into the economy. I told you I needed to buy that.
I don't know. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see.
Yeah.
The what?
Well, the solid state drive so I can edit more things. So I can edit more episodes of the Fernando and Freddie Show coming soon to YouTube. Uh-oh. You look like you need a snack.
I'm ready for
you need that sugar high.
I'm ready for a snack, and I'm ready for a nap. I might, when we finish this show, I might go make a little snack and take a little nap. You know what I really wanted to do today?
But you're not worried about calories?
Hello, I said I am. I already told you my shirt's too tight.
Oh, I thought you got muscles. I didn't think it's because of your eating too much. But you look good.
The gym is closed.
Yes, but you can have a home gym.
How am I going to get
I have a home gym. I'm trying to get swole.
Oh, must be nice.
I want to be like the old cartoon.
Nice.
So, I want to be able to have to move like this because I'm so buff. Speaking of buff.
That doesn't look comfortable.
Yeah, but speaking of buff, we need to talk about our special guest for our next episode. Is he confirmed?
On the next episode of the Fernando and Freddie show. Yes, he is confirmed for tomorrow on our show. Did you want to introduce him?
I would love to introduce him to the Fernando and Freddie show tomorrow on episode 2 of Fernando and Freddie show for this week. We have Ivan, bodybuilder, personal trainer, model, Instagrammer, and future YouTuber, little brother of Fernando.
So we will have him on our show tomorrow. He said that he will come on and talk to us. He is a personal trainer at a gym. And what do we know? The gyms are closed. So we'll have to talk to him, find out what he's doing, how he is, reacting to not having a gym, not being able to go work out. And that's his thing.
That's all I want to ask him. Do you even
right?
lift?
He's addicted to the gym. So we were in right? Yeah. We were in Hawaii, and there were things that he didn't want to do. He'd rather go to the gym. He's like, oh no, I can't go do this because I got to go to the gym, and go work out. So, for him right now to have the gym closed, he's probably just, it's like me, like crawling on my skin being bored, like, what am I going to do today? Do I have to watch more TV? Like for him, not being able to go to the gym, he's
your brother
probably going crazy.
Like I do. I watch all of your brother's stuff. He is not going crazy. He is doing pull-ups, sit-ups. He's doing muscle challenges, where you have to do your push-ups.
Right, but he's not being able to go to the gym.
Yeah, but you can still stay buff.
He likes the
gym. The only good thing the gym has ever done to people is convince them that you need the gym to actually get in shape. It's not true. You can look at all those guys that are in prison.
But with him,
yoked.
But in prison, they also have weights. They have their own version of a gym in prison.
Out.
Yes,
because I watch prisoner stories on YouTube where they say that a lot of the prisons have taken the gyms out because the prisoners were getting too buff. They were getting buffer than the guards, and the guards were getting scared. They took out the gyms because the guys were getting so. Imagine if you all your day and life was just going to the gym, you'd be super strong.
Too, like you can only. Well, I guess we can talk to him tomorrow, and he'll have to answer all these questions for us. So don't get ahead of yourself.
Oh, that's true. I know. He needs to give us his workout, and we need to make sure that we promote him and his thing because he is an amateur bodybuilder.
So, thinking ahead, I am trying to get us some guests. So we do have, personal trainer, fitness professional tomorrow. I'm trying to get us an educator. So I was talking to somebody who, is an educator who does work in that field. She said that she will be more than happy to talk with us. So we're going to try to get her on this week. What day? I don't know.
Hold on. Can you find out if she's doing the video conference teaching, by webcam and
she actually works in speech and language. So she works with young children, but one-on-one or in a group setting, but working with their speech and language skills. So it's not like a primary, like, I'm teaching you third grade. So it's not like that. So I don't know exactly if she's working or what exactly she's doing. So we're going to have to find out, but we'll get in. I will get us an airline pilot who is furloughed. He agreed to come on in the next week. I think that we will be able to get a public safety police dispatcher. She told me that she would be happy to talk with us. So we're going to have to work out her schedule and see when we can get her in.
Yeah, because I want to know if people are like, there's some people outside not quarantining. You have to send the police immediately. Because that's what people are doing.
Oh, I did see where did I see this at? One of the states arrested somebody. I think I saw it on the news a couple hours ago. One of the states actually arrested somebody who was having a bonfire in their backyard, and I think they had 30 people in their backyard. And somebody called the police. Police came over, and they actually arrested this man for having these people in his yard for having this party. And I want to say it was in like DC, but I could be totally wrong, and I don't remember where it was.
30 people,
but. What's that? Yeah, 30 people. And who else was I talking to? Right, but some states are worse than other states where the rules are going into play. I have, and one other guest who agreed to be on our show. She's currently a stay-at-home wife, but her husband is a police officer, and he is in another state, not here in California. So it will be nice to hear, how other states are doing as well. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll just have to see what guests we can get. So now it's my turn to actually bring in some people to talk to.
Okay, well, since Fernando and Friend show, I also have guests that I can bring on the Freddie and Fernando show.
Okay.
I have actually a friend who is currently living in China, who was living in Wuhan province when this is all breaking down, and who can come on and speak with us if he can get his what's that called, VPN to work, so he can be on, because they block YouTube there. But maybe if he comes over here through StreamYard, we can get him to connect, because that's through that he would just connect through us. So yes, that might work. So I have that.
Because he actually wouldn't be using. He actually wouldn't be using.
YouTube is blocked in China.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I've been telling him. He's like, why don't you tell me I can come on? But yeah, it's blocked in China. They have a different, whatever we have, they have a different Chinese version that they use, and then they block the American one. A lot of countries.
I'm looking for something.
So I've got that one. I did have someone who worked in the European Parliament. I'm not sure if he can come on. He's a little bit worried. He's like, but what are we going to say, or things like this. And then I have a lot of people I know from abroad, who lived in the US or have been in contact there at one time in their lives, that could come on and speak with us to give their perspectives in the different countries around Europe. Because it is interesting. Not everyone's doing the same, total quarantine. We should find someone from Sweden, because apparently Sweden is not doing any type of quarantine, just social distancing and carrying on as usual.
If you have friends there.
I do. I need to see if they can come on. The only problem is the time difference. But then again, no one has to really go to work.
Well, get them on. I mean, they speak English, right?
Of course they speak English. I love how you get so nervous.
Can you imagine we have subtitles up there? So cool. I saw this meme this morning.
Okay.
What?
No, I just like when you get nervous when someone's not speaking
this
English.
Meme. So the meme says, my friend, do you want to go on a vacation with me to Wuhan? And then this is the reaction. Hold on.
I mean, that sounds fun, but I'm scared. Bitch.
Oops.
I mean, that sounds fun, but I'm scared. Bitch.
That's that one you told me to watch again. I can't remember his or her name.
Yeah, Adam Ray, okay?
Adam Ray, okay.
Adam Ray, okay. Adam Ray, okay. Ray. 3 words. Yeah, but hang on.
Does Adam identify as a boy or a girl?
I honestly don't know. I imagine a boy, but I don't know. I don't know. But all right. Well,
I wonder what
else you want to
think
add
when he
in?
finds out that you're a big. I was just saying. I wonder what he would think if he found out you're like a big fan of him. I think you should tag him in something. Put your best stash on, and be like, Adam Ray. Okay, I love you. I love your shows. I love the things you do. Would you mind coming on my YouTube show for a few minutes? And then, or maybe you want to.
I feel like he has like 1 million followers. So at that point, you probably see it. Right. And actually, I do follow him. But with his 1 million followers, his publicist would probably reach out to me and say, yeah, sure, we'd love to be on your show, but it's going to cost you. And I bet it's going to cost like a couple $1,000s. So maybe in the future, we could get him on our show. But it's definitely not going to happen anytime soon.
Well, we never know unless we collabo. I mean, if I had a big platform like that, I would be that YouTuber who was known to like pop into people's lives like nothing. I really would. I'd be like, I'd look for the lowest number that I could find on a live, and then I would just pop in and just to see if it would work. I would just occasionally do it. It's like a lot of famous people will go to like random things where people don't expect them to be, and everyone just gets so excited. And it's just like, it's kind of fun. I mean, why not bring joy to people's lives?
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we'll tag Adam in one of our videos and be like, oh.
In your next tutorial of Fernando teaches Adam how to do.
Oh, I think Adam would teach us how to do everything. But speaking of tutorials, so we have the one video editing. What are 1 or 2 more that you would like to see or that you think that I should do?
As far as tutorials go?
Right. Tutorial videos. And anyone watching, if you can think of something that isn't super difficult that you think that I could probably do myself, maybe put it in the comments and just let us know what type of tutorial video you'd like to see. And who knows, maybe I can try to do it this week. Maybe I'll have to learn myself.
I want to see you make fried chicken because you love it so much.
Okay, that's like not... Yeah, but I don't like to make it. I like to buy it. Like, that's not going to happen. Like, it's going to be something that's like techie that isn't that difficult to do. Like fried chicken, like, come on. Like, I'll show you a video of me ordering it and buying it.
Well, that would still be funny to see Fernando's version of fried chicken. Would the chicken still be pink on the center, or would it be cooked through? Look at your face. You're so shocked.
I'm actually a pretty decent cook, okay? You should have seen the chicken sandwiches that I made for lunch today. What?
Can you send me a photo once? I always send you pictures of my food, and I get no love back. Do you remember yesterday? I sent you a beautiful picture of my shrimp linguine. Even though I know you hate shrimp, I was just hoping I would get some love. Like, oh yeah, man, that's like amazing. Looks gross, but good on you. I mean, I thought I would get something like that, but.
You know what? Yesterday, I made an amazing happy hour. Okay. Do you know what that is?
Those chicken nuggets or corn dogs?
Those are mini corn dogs.
Okay.
The corn dogs, that little red thing is a chicken. And down there, that's a jalapeno popper.
Ooh, you made Oh, no.
All right.
You did them up.
So,
you didn't make them, did you?
I opened the box.
This exotic
on
food
the
with
sheet.
me. You never ate like this when I was there.
How come what?
You never ate this good with
I love
me.
jalapeno poppers.
I know, but we never ate
I'll
things
take
like
you to Jack in the Box. I don't know. What do we eat?
You know what? All I was thinking about today was that I wanted that would just make my quarantine okay.
What's that?
A Wendy Junior bacon cheeseburger with a side of fries. I want the Frosty. And I also want the spicy
I want
chicken.
a Frosty.
You can get a Frosty. There's a Wendy right there down the street from you.
All right, you guys, I got to go.
I'm so
joking. You already had
jealous.
lunch.
I know, but still, you're going to have snacks soon anyways. I mean, I've been waiting.
Post-filming snacks.
Outpost filming snacks. Okay, I thought you were going to discuss snacks on the show today.
We already discussed snacks.
Yeah, but I thought we were going to have a special guest who's going to come on and discuss snacks.
I don't think they were able to make it. I thought we were too. It looks like we had a
unprofessional
guest cancellation.
Unprofessional and unreliable. Make sure to send their publicist a stern message.
A guest cancellation or a guestellation, right?
A guestellation, yeah. I mean, could the
guestellation?
Oh, sorry, quarantine, can't come over. You know that would have been, you know, they just left us hanging. I was really ready to talk snack poor in today's society. What does that mean for you? News at 7. How were you already ready? Did you read my mind? Hold on, I need to go into the banners to always see what you're doing because you've always gotten some cool things like what is being snack poor? You were really ready. Our guest really did cancel on us then. Oh, I was so excited.
All right.
Hold on.
All right, Freddie. Well, I think we're gonna can you hear that? What is that?
What? The echo?
Oh, can you hear that?
No. Are you gonna play like a fart noise? Like
I have some weird noise coming in my headphones.
Maybe it's the aliens.
No. All right, Freddie. I think we're gonna have to wrap this up for the day, but we're gonna have a wonderful special guest tomorrow.
Tomorrow's going to be an epic episode.
Guest we can get in.
I haven't talked to this little guy in so many years. I'm excited. I want to hear what his voice sounds like now. It's going to be crazy.
Maybe you'll have to mute him out or picture mute him and picture mute me, and you can try to guess who's who.
Oh, he doesn't sound like you. I'm sure I can tell the difference.
No.
Well,
I know that
I won't be. When he comes on, we're just gonna do it like this so he can get our numbers up.
Oh, just him?
Yeah, just so we can give the visual, so people are like, "Oh, who's this?" I'm looking for personal training. Do you do personal training by Cam? Yes, he does. At a very
personal training by Cam.
Well, actually, a lot of people are doing that. I see that now. Everyone is posting their stories that they're doing training by Cam because people are doing these group sessions where you can just watch the live and do the exercise,
yeah.
CrossFit, everything. But yeah, that's tomorrow's show.
Yeah.
So we will see you folks.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Right. All right, Freddie. Well, you have a great rest of your Monday. Enjoy episode 7 of The Tiger King.
Meow.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Meow.
Fernando.